keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.
Boom. Welcome back to Film School for Dummies. Welcome to TV Chronicles, Season 2, Part 2, Succession, True Detective, and The Leftovers. Back for Episode 2 for this. We're diving deeper. Not really getting a lot of explained perfectly for Leftovers, but we're here. But things are going. Things are progressing. Really excited to hop back in there. I'll tell you, one of these shows this week, the week's going to be very hard, extremely difficult. But I can't wait to talk about it with you guys tonight. Again, just reminder, we have switched how we kind of do the show. I think we all just talked afterwards how we really liked how last week went. So you're in for another because it seemed to catch our group. But first up, Mark, I'd love to look back at like tapes and just see how the mustache progresses over the time. Like it works, man. You must sell so much insurance. But how are you doing? And how was your viewing experience? Oh, he's muted.
I started talking, and then I just see you're muted on my screen. And like, so annoying, so annoying. It kind of replicated the week that we had. Honestly, a little annoying because we did peek behind the curtain. We took the week off,
We did.
and I didn't know what to do with myself for like a week. I was like, what do I have? Like just 9 free hours. I can just do whatever with. I'm like, what do I do? And all I wanted to do was just keep watching True Detective and Leftovers. Is really annoying.
That's the two. That's crazy, but whatever. You've seen both of those. Succession would have been. I was on vacation. I had some downtime, and I was like, I went to HBO, and I almost just clicked on Succession. I was like, no, I won't stop, and then I will forget what I talked about. So didn't do that. Matt, how are you? And what did you do with your free 9 hours?
I mean, I'm doing good, and I watched Leftovers last week, and I couldn't wait. So hopefully my notes are good enough that it'll all come back to me. But yeah, I mean, I was jonesing a little bit. We missed a week. I missed seeing you guys and talking about TV. So I'm definitely excited that we get to do this again. And I think we got some pretty good TV to talk about this week. So
yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah, I'm the reason for the break, and unlike a lot of podcasts, when we take off a week, sometimes they never reassemble. We were back at it pretty quick. New date for us to record, so we'll see how we all feel after this day, and like if Mark's like, put it back on fucking Thursday.
I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm good.
So he is raring to go. But how me and Mark always think, fuck Matt. Like, we don't care how Matt feels about this. It's about us. He is so easy keeled to go through whatever we want to do, but he's the one that has to wake up ass early. Even though today not to peek behind the curtain, I had to be. I was up recording a match at 5:30 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
So I may be running on fumes by the end of this, and I may be lashing out. But we'll get there in a second. But yeah, I had a great time off. But I was really like, I got back and I was like, I should just watch TV now. And I was like, let me give it a little bit longer because I don't want to forget what I'm talking about. Because again, unlike Matt and Mark, most times I have 9 episodes that I've never seen before. So it's always a question of what it all is. So I have to keep that stuff straight in my head. Names don't click. None of it matters. I'm bad at trivia. Imagine me trying to remember 9 things. So, but yeah, it's overall, I'm excited for tonight. We're going to kick it off we're going to go right into it. Matt, you have those blurbs, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I got a little blurbs here. So,
I changed it. Technical foul.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So we get Leftovers, season 1, episode 4, BJ and the AC. When the baby Jesus is stolen from the public holiday display, Kevin is tasked with getting a new one, but he decides to look for the old one instead. Tom's faith is nearly shaken with Christine as he anxiously awaits a phone call from Wayne. Meg and Lori deliver unpleasant news to Kevin, and the guilty remnant members steal family photographs after they create a diversion. And Kevin meets Nora. So, pretty eventful episode.
Yeah, a lot going on. A lot of stuff on a flipping baby Jesus was really interesting. Well, just go get a new one. You can't. It's sacrilegious. What are you talking about? I thought I was really weirded out when we started this episode, I'll be honest. When I just saw those baby heads being formed, I was like, what are we doing? No.
We tricked Cody into watching a Chucky show.
Oh, I swore. I was like, these dolls, they're going to be possessed. If you heard me last episode, I thought supernaturals were running wild in this bitch. So I was real freaked out. But safely to say, it was just to make sure we got Jesus. And of course, his daughter's the one about to set it on fire. Like,
nice Viking funeral.
This town has to be super small. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, it's a pretty small town.
Because my God, these people are always at each other. Like, we haven't seen everybody in the town, obviously, but they're like everybody's at war with this flipping religious group that's in there. I guess has that been explained why they're silent? Is that just a vow? Is that just a vow of like you think? Because again, kick back. Mark just got attacked. Mark just got shot or something.
This is my cord, and I thought someone was crawling on me. I got scared.
He was revealing too much about the guilty remnants. So
Yeah, I'll tell you. But, hey, next time go silent, okay? No, but I just didn't know if that was a thing because, like, overall, we get really into the talking these three episodes. So I was just curious if it's been revealed, and I
would assume it's part of their whole "no one is special, nothing matters," all that sort of stuff. But they haven't really explained a whole lot about anything with them yet.
I guess some of the pluses of this, we can whoever wants to take it and start talking about some things they liked. Go for it.
Oh well, I think you mentioned the whole Kevin's quest for the missing baby, where originally the mayor just tells him just go buy another baby and stick it in there, but then he doesn't even think that's worth his time, and then it gets all weird and wonky. He ends up taking the baby Jesus' name in vain, and his car just like stops all of a sudden. And then,
yeah, keep telling me for flipping supernatural shit. His car brakes go out.
Okay. I feel like we told you that the guilty remnant, there's nothing supernatural about the guilty remnant. There's supernatural stuff in the show. It's just not the guilty remnant. Like you're barking.
Kevin's not the most reliable of narrators, so take everything happening with him with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah,
it's getting close to the holiday season, right? And what's his name? Kevin's like meeting with the like. I didn't think that was the head of the
Patty.
Yeah, because I always consider the one, which we'll talk about more, I think, at the end of this, our next episode. I thought she was. I thought the other, like, lady with glasses, because she's always with...
no, she's kind of like the number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
she's
number
the main
3,
one.
maybe even, yeah.
But they sit there, and they basically writes down on the paper, and is like... it's not like he's trying to like stay the fuck away from this. Like you let people grieve how they want, and then it doesn't say no one's. There's no family. What the fuck does that mean?
Like I can just imagine Cody dealing with these people having a lot of the same reactions.
Yeah, like me and him are in lockstep. What the fuck are you talking about? I asked you to stay away because these people are celebrating the family, and your response is there is no family. Okay, fuckface. Listen, you want to go to jail? I'm going to put you in jail. It's crazy, but like, It seems like his life is just complete. Like they picked the perfect person to kind of be the through line for this story.
Mhm.
A dad that lost his wife, still in his like didn't prepare, and then has a teenage daughter. Like that's a hard thing to like grasp.
Yeah. Because I mean, this whole show kind of like is how it's a lot of it's kind of the offshoot of his family because it's got him, the daughter. We got Tommy. We find out this week is his, I guess, adopted son, and he's off dealing with all the Holy Wayne drama and stuff. And of course, Lori's off joining the Guilty Remnant. So pretty much this family is just like fractured completely, yeah, through everything that's happened since the departure, and where they were kind of able to follow them through the different storylines and kind of seeing the different sections of how everything's going down. So I think that was a really cool idea of how they did that. But
I mean, it's funny because like he's the guy who's searching for hope anywhere he can find it, but he doesn't find it, and like he shouldn't have any hope. Which is honestly, they make at least a sort of funny in that one, just because like he tries to find this baby Jesus because like, oh, this is like my hope, and then not only does nobody care, but it ultimately doesn't matter because the Reverend's like, oh, I got this other baby Jesus. He just throws the fucker out the window, which is just really funny.
I'm not trying to switch the topic to stuff you didn't love or hate, but what the fuck is with this pregnant like girl and this? Because isn't he from episode 1 that was going to like the mount, like the what's the place I'm trying to refer? There was that weird like sub kind of like where they were like going to a camp or whatever away from
to go
the
see
stuff.
Holy Wayne and stuff. Yeah,
Holy Wayne, and he's one of the people we see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's got to deal with like the pregnant like girl and like
Tommy. Holy Wayne asked Tommy to kind of take her and protect her while he's running from the feds and stuff.
And they think he's beating her in the hovel. Like this is like because that naked guy shows up to her and like, you walked over the dead, blah blah blah. I about text you both. I'm like, I'm done. I have no desire.
So it's interesting to see that there's other crazy cults going on, and even though that the Guilty Remnant itself has subsections because there's a group of them in Texas too, because there's the one that gives him the card is like everything special about you is in here. Then it opens it up and it's just a blank card. I love that.
Well, like he sneaks back into the hospital after they try to catch him, and then he draws a dot on his forehead, and that's supposed to make you invisible.
Well, yeah, he's posing as like one of the crazy people because no one's paying attention to the crazy people, so he's able to get in and get her out. So now they're.
What was that thing with him and the sheriff, like, or the cop sitting there? Do you remember that, or am I crazy?
I mean,
he was like talking to him like he knew who he was, but maybe I read it wrong.
I think he was just like kind of like trying to play it cool because he didn't want to make the cops suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it made me suspicious, so that's fair.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. That's definitely not my favorite storyline going on right now.
Upon rewatch, that subplot is it's the subplot in which I feel like I'm being hit over the head the most with like the religious subtext. I'm like, I get it. He's Joseph. She's the Virgin Mary. He's fallen in blind faith. I understand.
Yeah.
It is the equivalent of Spike Lee and his sledgehammer that he brings to set. Racism. Do you understand it yet? It's racism. And we're like, yes, I got it. I'm dead. What are we doing? Like, yeah. It's like this subcat, like, give me the town. Give me these people. I'm fine with the crazies that you're introduced. What the fuck are we in Bethlehem, basically, going through this? I get it.
And like, I think it hurts them, too, that they're so far away from everything else, too. So
I don't get anything else about this show, but holy shit, I get your religious references. I mean, and then if we're talking about it, like one of the hardest, I don't know much from this. The place Kevin, the main actor. Is there another thing that I should recognize him from?
Justin Theroux. He was like the evil DJ in Zoolander.
Okay, you're definitely not helping. That's fair. But him in that acting scene where Liv Tyler and his wife come over and she's got to like read it to him, and he's just like, "Will you shut the fuck up?" Like I couldn't be more on board. Like stop. She's right here. Just say it. If you won't go on, just say it. And then holy shit, his dog walks in like and just sucks the air right out of the room, and she has to act so calm and like. I can't imagine being an adult in this situation. I cannot imagine being a teenager in this situation. It's got to be one of the most like because you're already going through so many things changing in yourself and like losing everybody, crazy.
And she's supposed to like be sitting there remaining emotionless. It's crazy. And then she gives her the Christmas present, which is that's actually a really nice gift for her. Like what did it say on the lighter? Or don't forget me or something like that?
Don't forget me. And Liv was like, I won't tell anybody. You can keep this.
Yeah. But then of course she's just like she's all on board, so she throws it down there in the sewer. And then we get that just heartbreaking moment towards the end of the episode where she goes back to get the lighter and she can't reach it. That's like,
Well, and then we got fucking Joseph and the Virgin Mary sitting there, and all the bodies are all sprawled all over the highway. And then they're like, he's sitting there looking at one of them, which I don't know what the tag says, but I think it means or at least is it supposed to reference something we know?
It was with loved one dolls.
Yeah, that gets explained. Yeah.
Yeah, we get to see more about that in a couple episodes from now.
Yeah. It was really weird when I first saw it. I'm like, I don't know the fuck this means. I remember seeing that, like, what the hell is happening in this show? I know I wanted to keep watching it.
Anytime camera stops on a note of anything, I'm like, this has to mean something to somebody. Like, it means nothing else.
Yeah, they're going to show you stuff and explain it like 2 or 3 episodes later, or they're going to show you stuff and like never explain it.
And then I loved when he was like, "Oh yeah, it does." They definitely reference it. But then they were like, "Some idiot paid the money to bury these things." And I was just like, "Jesus, this cult is crazy."
And we find out later that those things cost $40,000 a pop.
Yeah, we know that's crazy. That's gotta be fucking suck that they just spilled out on the road. That's basically what I got out of this episode. I think it was a fine episode. It's just I just don't care about the sides thing, and it's pretty obvious that the next 2 episodes don't heavily feature them, so it's better. Like it's crazy how that works. Like it's just like. It feels like I'm just getting like whiplash because I'm like, why are we here? Like, get me back to where I want to go.
Because all the other characters are interacting inside the town, so I think that makes it so much easier to just stay with them, and then you just get yanked way over to the other side of the country to deal with this kid. But I think
anything
covered. Mark, do you have anything else?
I would say like the main reason I think for that subplot existing reveals itself like I think like episode 8 I think, and that was the whole reason why I think they had it because I think they loved the idea how this story would end, so they just kind of kept it around.
Okay, well, ready for the next one, Matt?
Yeah. So episode 5, Gladys. Yeah.
Sure.
Laurie's resolve is put to the test in the wake of a brutal hate crime. And after his latest initiatives to maintain the peace in Mapleton fall short, Kevin turns down an outside offer to rid the town of its problems.
Guys. That may be one of the most brutal deaths I've ever seen in a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's because it was an older woman. I don't know if it just her acting made it even worse. The
I think it might have been the
effects of
fact that it was a stoning.
yeah, and the effects of it, like how it was like pouring out. I was just like, I was super uncomfortable. I was like, I mean, I'm supposed to hate these people, but maybe this isn't too far. And then at the end, she's like, "Please, no." I'm like, "Ma'am,
Yeah.
just take one more. Like you don't, you're
I mean,
you're
it
not
kind
gonna
of like
recover."
almost humanized her because, like, after 3 or 4 stones to the face, the whole oath of silence thing goes out the window.
Yeah, and it's just like it's that whole debacle and like. So my question on this was: they know about it, or she just doesn't return and they go searching?
Well, because she was with another person, and the other person had to go to the bathroom, so she was sitting out there smoking, waiting, and she got taken. So the other
Oh,
person goes back and says, "Hey, this person's
hey.
missing." Yeah,
I think I missed that part where they came
yeah,
back and like
yeah.
because it seemed like to me, I guess I looked down, or they're all fucking silent, so they all
One of them was missing.
yeah, they all look down, and the one is like banging a pot. And I was like, bitch, what? How do you know? Like, I was like, bitch, supernatural shit. I'm telling you, blood overall.
Disturbance in the force. I can feel it. One of them's missing.
And then that fucking crazy guy with the rifle, the dogs go running by. He just fired and shot us. Like, and then they find her, and like, yeah, it's just brutal. Like, one of the funny things that ties to this is they implement a curfew. And everybody's like,
they tried.
You. Yeah, they're like, fuck you. And he's like, I'm just trying to
I
keep
don't want to
you
be stuck in
safe.
my house at 8 o'clock.
What else are you guys doing? What are you? But he was just like, fuck you. I was like, whoa. Like,
I guarantee pretty much everything in that town closes at 8 o'clock, except for maybe a gas station.
I was like, of all the things to be angry about, like, I understand, but like, there was a stoning. You might not want to get stoned. Like,
Yeah, but it was like a guilty written person, so we don't care about them.
Yeah, but counterpoint. Fuck those guys.
do you see me in white? I don't care. They ain't coming after
Maybe
me.
they want to stay inside after dark, but I'm okay.
And the lady like puts Kevin right in the spot and he goes, "It's Kevin's idea." And he's like, no, like, not really. To be honest with you, I had nothing to do with this.
I think maybe you're the mayor. You should maybe speak up and say some shit. And then Kevin's big solution is, okay, I'm just going to give you guys a box of whistles.
Also, his wife is like dealing with some health issues during this thing. Like she's hyperventilating.
That's how we got away from the panic attacks. We got more panic. What is HBO and their panic attacks?
And guess what? Not a piece of gabagool in sight for this panic attack. So, but the weird one was, well, what was the part? Oh, what do we think really happened to his white shirts? Was that really just did he get?
Yeah, that was in my didn't love part of this episode. The whole his crazy quest for his white shirts are missing, and he goes to the laundromat. They're like, "Oh no, we don't have them."
Acts like a total asshole, and then all of a sudden he tries to pay the guy. No, oh come on, no, you're crazy, bro. I'm not taking anything from you.
I don't know. That guy tried to gaslight him, and he's gonna look for the shirt.
I mean, the shirts were back there,
and then he just like, oh no, hold on, I'll go ask. And then he like told his buddy a joke, and he's like, no, we don't have them. Like, okay, like that guy, little bit of a dick, at least.
No, I don't disagree.
Did Kevin overreact?
He deserved the drunk sheriff to like come into his place of business after he was closed. And
yeah, interesting on that development, but everybody should know that he did find them. So that's good.
Yeah, thankfully that was only a 1 episode arc for the missing shirts.
Well,
he got
If it was Sopranos, it would be a lot longer. Yeah, and he got 8
If
shirts
it was
that were
Sopranos, he'd be still
definitely
be looking
not
for that
his.
bagel in the toaster machine.
Yeah, he got 8 shirts and they were not his. So whatever that means. So
What? Those were clearly his shirts, probably.
100%. 2 different orders? No, not true. You ever work behind a counter? I promise you, right now he was finding he found the first 8 and said, "Let's move. Let's get them."
It's like, oh, must be losing a little weight. These shirts are a little big on me.
Yeah, it's not the first time that somebody uses their badge to just get into places and get to do things. So, interesting development. Yeah, but I definitely did not love that subplot. That was
Yeah, I agree with you on there. But I did like you said, Lori was having panic attacks, so Patty takes her and they go off and kind of have like a little gals trip.
they fucking speak.
well,
like,
Patty's
what
speaking.
Yeah, that's true. Patty does speak, and then she's like, "We can have it. You haven't had a day off. You deserve a day off." I'm like, "There's days off. What?
Well, I
You
think it's
punch
pretty
out?"
much she's at the point where she's not sure if she's really with it anymore. So this is her chance of if you're not in 100%, if you got any doubt, you got to go because the doubt is going to burn you up. So that's why this your get out of jail free card. Just walk away, but. If you're in it, you're in it. So
I'm really glad the priest wasn't like a one-time episode. He shows up wanting to pray for the body, and it's like you're a suspect. Yes, and once I clear my name, I'd like to pray for them.
oh, we gotta talk about like Kevin repeatedly trying to call like that ATF guy, trying to get the body, and him never answering, and then like, "You took my body, I'm gonna come over there and fucking skull fucking."
And then he gets that call, right? That's one of the
he
biggest
does
parts
finally
of the
get to
show.
talk to the dude, and the dude's like, "Oh yeah, we can take care of your guilty remnard problem. We'll just come in there and take them all or kill them all or something."
His
We'll
voice
just send some
changes,
guys.
right? Because he talks always like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and then his voice like turns into like, "We can take care of this issue." Like he's just like,
well, that's when he's like, "This is off the record, but if you need some help, we got you."
But I will tell you this over a government issued phone. So
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but they stole the body. I do love the one where he's sitting there with the FBI agent or whatever, and he's like a religious group, anything blah blah blah. It's my jurisdiction. Shut the fuck up. He like tries to jump across the table at him. Oh, I was laughing so hard. I was like, but he's like, "Are you gonna keep reading? Or are you just gonna keep reading?" Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading.
And this episode too, we do have Kevin and Nora. They met in the previous episode at the school, and then they kind of cross paths again at the laundromat in this episode. So they kind of had a couple little meets, and they talked a little bit. So that's a little bit of full momentum right there with that story too. So
yeah, they got a vibe.
Yeah, they kind of got a little connection going.
The preacher does go outside the house of them and starts like thing, and then the wife goes out with the whistle. She thinks he thinks she's winning her over, and then all of a sudden she just starts blowing a whistle in his face. Yeah.
So Lori's all in.
Yeah, still not accepting whatever you're offering. And then I think the big thing at the very end was like the burning of that body, like all the bodies laid out there and stuff, right? That was
yeah.
Huh?
That scene was nuts. Like that one still gets me like watching it.
Yeah, because it's like whoa. Okay, so this is more than.
So apparently it's happening all over the world, or all over the country at least, and the government's just keeping it pretty quiet.
Yeah, we're just taking people out left, right, center. So, stoning is fucking crazy though. That's wild. Anything else bad from this episode that you guys want to discuss?
Yeah, the only thing I didn't really love was like the shirts. I mean, Tommy wasn't really a big part of this episode, so I don't think he was in this episode at all, was he?
No.
Yeah. So
You can't get bad guy of the week. Like, you should be bad storyline of the week, but you can't if you're not even featured. Like, Jesus, you're horrible as a character, but Jesus, you can't even do anything bad to get redeemed.
He might go on like a Pete redemption tour or something later on. We'll have to wait and see.
I'm still waiting for that.
I mean, what? But, I mean, I feel like Pete is like done. What is this guy?
No.
He takes us away from the storyline we want to
He's
see.
taking care of a baby that isn't his.
Oh.
Okay, well,
All right, I'm
yes,
good to go. You guys are?
the next episode.
Yeah, so episode 6, guest. Nora goes to New York for the 2nd annual Departure-Related Occupants and Practices Conference and discovers some unsettling circumstances. Bum, bum, bum. So this is kind of like another episode where it kind of focuses mostly on one character as she kind of, we see her kind of cross passes some of the other characters and stuff, but this is like your big Nora episode, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, just how it starts out, kind of seeing how Nora's been living her life, where every week she goes to the grocery store and buys all the groceries, like her family's still there, and then she just goes and throws it out the next week and restocks it.
When you didn't think her life could get more sad, she has that, and then she'll call a hooker over, say, "Hey, can you shoot me in the chest so I can feel something?"
I have to get a different hooker every week because no one wants to do it twice.
I was like, that first 5 minutes, I rewound probably 3 times because I was like, what am I missing? Like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, she's like, well, who shot you last time? She won't do it again. Listen, ma'am, I fuck people. And then she's like, hey. And then she's like, it's going to need to be another 1,000. And she just goes over and starts counting there. And then she starts playing music. Well, she lays down on the mattress, but I'm like, oh my God, she really just hired a prostitute? There's a lot. No, pulls a revolver out. And says, point me right in the chest. What if I miss? You won't. And then she takes the money and leaves. And then she wakes up and like, what the fuck are we doing? These people are. She's talking to everybody about the departures. Like, that's her job, basically, to find like a commonality. So she's talking to people that's going through very similar things that she's going through. So her day is just centered around Depressionville. Mm-hmm. She ends up meeting Kevin at the school and like, hey, you want to go to Miami? Huh? No, I live with my daughter. Fuck your daughter. Like, we can just go. Like, I have this conference in New York, but it'd be cooler because I think Miami is better. You want to go? Like, and they're just awkward. They're like, and Kevin's like sitting there like, what just happened? So, like, yeah. But
she had just filed for divorce, so she was looking to celebrate.
Oh, what a baller scene.
Okay, like
as Kevin was about to file for divorce too.
That is such an interesting scene, like, to think about that side of it, because like I love like things about a world that is set in reality, but like different articles, like what is that? And like divorce and be like, well, who's all you can't go back, you can't change this, like blah blah. Oh yeah, he was fucking my like preschool teacher. I want to keep the name. Like, she talks so monotone about everything. If you know that you want to change it, no, I'll keep it. Okay, thank you. I'm just like, oh, everybody else, like, nope, they're all gone. Oh, okay. Like, and she lost it all. So it's just like this constant. And like, she gets asked at one point, and she's like, "What's the odds of that?" 128,000 to lose everyone.
And this is pretty much the same conversation she has to have with like everyone she meets or everyone she sees like every day. I mean, I that would drive me crazy too. She
meets with her boss before she goes, and her boss is like, your personal stories are like influencing other people's stories, like when it's working. And she's like, no, it's not. Blah blah blah. It's like,
there's like one question that she asks everyone, and they answer a different way for her than they do for everyone else.
August 11th or whatever she says, and she's like, "What was it?" And she's like, "August 11th." And then it was like, what did you answer on that question? 8/11. All 3 times they asked me, and he's like, God. Like he knows exactly. Like, yeah, it's
and that's crazy too. She had to go through that thing. answer all them questions 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then she ends up going to this conference, which I think is a really cool, just like interesting, like look similar to this. I'm digging 2 of the storylines now of just single episodes devoted on one person and like the
Mhm.
breakdown of what it is. First we had to do the priest. Now it's like a person working in this like in the insurance or like research and development on the departure and trying to find a through line. I thought it was so interesting. She gets pissed off because somebody took her badge. And I was like, oh my god, this hunt down, like this is gonna be fucking interesting. I think Nora's like a really complex character that's
Oh, yeah.
really good. Like you get so much out of her in just one basic episode. It's kind of crazy. Um but yeah, sure, her hunt down and she meets that girl in the bathroom who thinks she has her badge and be like, you told me I was a fucking horrible person, blah blah. Because you fed your kids cereal and like there was a correlation to for sugary cereals to the ones who departed. It's just like I was going through a really hard time. Um,
That's like if you're like talking to like the parents of like a school shooting. Is like, oh, don't you know the video games are the cause of all this?
yeah, right. It's just like fuck you, like my kid died. Are you kidding me? Um, but then she meets like that group of people, right? I think that was a really cool environment. Like he goes up to that party and like one I don't know who the actor is, but I've seen him before. But
we,
it's
we,
like
we just saw him in the Many Saints of New York. He was a young Polly.
Act checks. Okay. um it was Leo name. But yeah, like he does that weird thing. It's like ask me what you do, you'll never guess what I do. Okay, good. And like Nora just plays straight face, does not give any shits to
Like,
it.
I'm not playing your games.
I just thought it was really interesting. What'd you
I
guys
mean,
think?
we find out what he does is he sells those love
Yeah.
dolls or whatever, the real doll things.
Well, I don't think they're love dolls.
Yeah. Loved one dolls. My bad.
Sure. We know the society we live in. Those
I mean,
are
if you're
some
getting a doll to
people's.
replace your missing spouse, who knows what it's going to be able to do?
Those are some
For
people.
$40,000, it better be able to do some stuff.
There is at least a 20% of the population fucking them dolls. I just want to. That's the bare minimum. I'm promising you that.
I
This
mean,
whole
she
world
kisses
is
his doll
depression.
instead of kissing him, so poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with them just partying and all that? I mean, I've been to some of these conferences. None of them like go to that. Like that was.
Oh,
Like,
you got invited to the wrong room, Mark.
You invited the right room. Also, you haven't been a part of a departure party. So let me tell you.
I also have not gone to a hotel and like, hey, yeah, we got some problems with your conference last year. We're gonna need you to sign this thing where if there's issues, we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Did you ever get woken up in the morning and someone says that you broke a bar mirror last night and you're getting kicked out?
That's also a no.
Mark broke 7 mirrors, actually. Thank you so much. But yeah, gets woken up, told them we broke something. She goes, no, it was somebody else. They were impersonating me. And like, if you come back in here, we're kicking you out. Like, we're taking legal action. She fucking goes right back into the bitch. Like, she sneaks right in. And that guy's like tailing her.
After she sneaks back in.
Yeah, that guy's just tailing her and is like, and then again, she gets the sympathy where she like sits there and she's like, somebody's impersonating me, blah, blah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, right.
How many people did you lose? And she's like, 3. Like, I lost my kids, and that's very sympathetic story for people now. Like, that will like people would want to steal that. And then she catches the person at the conference. She goes,
the security guard's like, oh shit, it is real.
Ma'am, I have a security. I have a question, and all of a sudden she's like, for the Nora, I'm not Nora. This screaming, this place is a cannibal. Just like start to run, and I'm just like, and Nora's like, okay, I was right. I need somebody to help explain to me what she does.
You mean when she goes to see Holy Wayne?
Yes.
Okay, this is the first episode where I actually enjoyed the Holy Wayne storyline.
Okay.
So pretty much Holy Wayne he's got this like cult following where he's telling everyone that he can hug their pain away from them and just take away all their pain. And of course, in order to recharge his powers, he has to sleep with underage Asian women. But that's a whole nother story. But
he also needs like about $5,000 from you too.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he's got to have the money to move around and stuff.
He doesn't do he doesn't do this shit for free
from the whole underage Asian women thing. But so that's pretty much the guy that brought her there, I guess, has already dealt with him, and he's like, oh, he pretty much cured me. And I guess that guy wrote a book about all the stuff because he was able to get past his grief after he got a hug from Holy Wayne. So she ends up getting taken there, and he hugs her, and it seems like she's in a better place afterwards.
Still haven't answered what the fuck does that, like, how does a hug take away and PayPal?
Thing is, it doesn't. She believes it, so that it's good enough.
Yeah.
So it's brainwashing.
It's not brainwashing. It's more like a placebo effect, where if you want something to happen bad enough, you can convince yourself.
How much did she pay?
It was at least a couple grand. I think it was like $3-4 grand.
Yeah, it's nothing ridiculous, but
it's similar to a gunshot, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like listen, like
she's gonna save a lot on grocery bills every week now.
That girl is still one of the funniest lines. She's like, "You said anything, nothing's illegal. I fuck people, lady. I don't kill. I don't shoot them." I was like, yes.
But I think what Holy Wayne tells her is that I wrote it down here. Hope is your weakness. You want it gone because you don't deserve it, but you do deserve it. And then he gives her a hug, and it's all there. So,
yeah, because like a lot of cult leaders, Wayne is really good at telling people what they need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
like
it's a good.
Mike, so does she buy any different groceries, or is that the same thing she buys?
Well, at the end of it, it's just so she's not buying like the whole groceries for the family. She's just buying like groceries for herself.
Yeah. So
then at the end, she pretty much Kevin pays her a visit, and she's like able to like they set up where they're gonna have a date. Of course, Kevin does warn her that he's kind of a little crazy right now at the moment. Which so that I think they'll work out pretty good together.
Yep.
I mean, there's no reason why it's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy.
You should have saw my grocery bill last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else from this? I don't want to change it if we still have something to talk about. It was mainly her story. Like, that was the big crux of it all.
I think it's really solid. I think the good thing about us watching The Leftovers, if it's a good like little taster for if we ever do watch Lost. I think this is a good way to kind of get Cody on that.
Like, Lynn, I would say like in a weird I feel like Lost was, because when we do get into it, Lost I think was very strategic about kind of how procedural it was in a way, because usually they would tell the story, but also while they're telling the story, they would throw in like a backstory in there about a certain character. Be like, okay, so like they kind of found a way to kind of give a rhythm of like kind of just of kind of regular TV in the middle of like whatever story they're telling.
Yeah. And now they're doing the same thing here, where they've had these 2 episodes where you really get to know Matt, and now you really kind of get to know Nora. So, I mean, Kevin's pretty much we're with him a lot for just like the regular episodes every week. So we're getting, I guess, as good of an idea about who Kevin is as we can possibly, and his family. So I think it's good that they're kind of fleshing out some of these other characters.
I do also want to just apologize to the people that will watch this well later. This is late September. The Red Sox are in a playoff hunt. I'm going to crash out live sometimes in this show. Just want that on the record. We just took the lead, so praise God. You guys keep hinting at this stuff like this is our last season. What are you talking? We haven't been renewed yet. What are we talking about, guys? Relax.
Oh, we're still in the contract negotiations. I thought we were past that.
Then we can. The weird thing is the two people in charge of the contract would be the renewals is here. So
I mean, there's a lot of shows on this channel, so I mean, there might not be room for us.
well, the crazy thing is the show is done by the two people that stay and run the channel. So as long as we keep doing it, it looks like we'll be doing it. Shout out Mark and myself. Woo, right? Brawl is up in the air, but this show is continuing.
I mean, ratings-wise, we're probably pulling in more views, right?
I mean, occasionally a 215 week and then a 40, so I don't know what happens. You guys ready to go back to the 90s?
And occasionally the 2000s.
Yeah.
All right, so episode 3 of True Detective: The Locked Room. Cole and Martin finally get a new wind in the case and confirm a suspect. Martin's mistress gets on with somebody else, leaving him furious, and Cole's theory becomes increasingly more convincing than ever. That's an odd thing, but yeah, that's stuff that happened this episode.
That was absolutely hilarious because me and Mark about died the same way. And by the way, I've looked at this 4 times and I thought that said the locker room and I didn't understand it. The locked room makes more sense. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to just reiterate. I don't know how the following seasons go for the show, but you know how we did The Wire and Breaking Bad in the first thing?
Mm-hmm.
They may have shot their load in the very first season of the show. I don't know if the rest are as good, but let me tell you, putting Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson in this is really in Michelle Monaghan, and like the cast is crazy.
No, I'm going to say you're right. Cody might, or Mark might have some more defense for the other seasons. Well, I mean, I've only seen the next season, but we'll see. But yeah,
but yeah, I think the insane chemistry on the anti-chemistry while having to work together is absolutely insane. But yeah, we can go through the things we liked.
I mean, like I said, I think the biggest thing that I like about the show is just like Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, just like going around talking to people, trying to figure stuff out, having witty banter with each other, or Cole being all weird and Marty just like being sick of him.
Facts.
I mean, like them trying to talk about how the world would be like without religion. then Rust having to put him in his place. Like, the fuck you mean? Like, everybody's good because of religion? That sounds like horseshit. They're probably a terrible person anyway.
Yeah, they go to that like church thing, and they like. I think what's really cool about this show is how it's like shot, because it definitely feels like the 90s aesthetic on this. Like they do a really good job of transporting you back into that time frame. But like talking to the church people and like that whole breakdown, and like it's basically how Woody Harrelson would fall for almost every trick that gets spun his way. Like McConaughey has seen some shit. And McConaughey doesn't buy any. He's like, oh yeah, they just want to pin on this one guy, but like he should have been pulled out of Willie at places, but he shouldn't have been in a facility. He's not the person that we are looking for. Like, and that's my thing is like they're trying to describe him. Like, did you describe how the girl was found? Like, it's not this. It's not. It's something else. Like, it's how he's kind of portraying it. But it's like Woody Harrelson's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, Matthew. No. So I think that was really cool. Also the side characters, like in the entire thing, like the characters that they just have randomly, just like the church, like everybody's acting is insane. I think the writing's really good on the show too.
Yeah, and then this episode too has like one of the most uncomfortable double dates in like history. We're there at that country bar. they're trying to hook up Cole with one of her like nurse friends or something like that, while Marty's
the room,
mistress
people.
is there, and he's just like staring at her the whole time because she's there with a guy. Oh,
Yeah,
I just
and like what a selfish motherfucker.
Marty's not a great guy.
Oh
He might be a good
God.
cop,
He's
but
not
he's a piece of shit person.
To have Michelle Monaghan, and then I understand Alexandra Daddario. Don't get me wrong or twisted, but motherfucker pick.
You don't
Like,
get to
what-
win the lottery twice.
No, not at all. Like, you get one or the other, and you double dipping your Willie in both just pisses me off. And then while your wife is over there, you're like, I'm gonna go get a drink, which she fucking knows because she's like, they'll bring it to us. I'd rather go get it. Yeah, and
he's
then you're like
so obvious.
grabbing at her and like this, and he's like, and she's like telling him how it is. Like, some things just run their course. You really going home with him? I don't think that's any of your business. Like, what? And she's like, well, I understand that, but like, what do you want me to do? Divorce my wife? I'm like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I don't want to marry you. Like,
He's like, look in the mirror, man.
buddy, no. Like, it ran its course. We're good.
And then
like,
later on, when he like breaks into her place and beats the shit out of the guy, and he's like, "Does he suck your dick?"
Well, he has this whole sit down conversation with his wife where he like breaks down.
I was about to bring up it was like when he goes in it breaks in that apartment. Was that before or after he gives like the all-time gaslighting session to his wife? Like, I mean, there have been, I've seen some good ones. Like, that is an all-time great.
Well, like, she stands at the door and she's like, I'm real close. Like, it's over. And he, like, breaks it down and goes, I don't know. Like, you're good. I'm apologizing for this and that. And breaks down. They start, like, making out and hot. And then he tells her, hey, I got a call. I got to go. Ends up leaving, fucking drinking, breaks into his fucking apartment. Goes, did you fucking hear? I didn't ask. Boom. And then pushes him through the door and then holds her down. She suck your dick. She suck your dick. A little bit. I'm going to leave. I'm not a psycho.
All right, that's all I want to know. I'll get out of your hair. Like, you kids have fun.
I'm like, like, that's what you want to know? Like this? And then I think it's this episode, right? Because she calls.
No, it's the next episode. Yeah, it's the next episode.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it's
But,
kind of
like,
the end of that storyline for this one.
But yeah, that whole like gaslight is before like they even see her at the bar. Like he does that, then they go to the bar and they do that drinking, and then he breaks in and does the whole fucking. No, it is this episode. Michelle Monaghan call. Yes, it is. Look it up.
Oh, when she calls Russ.
Oh yeah. She talks to Russ.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
She calls
we thought you were
Russ
talking
and
about
goes,
the other girl.
I thought you were talking about
no. There's no call. There's no call. She shows up in this. That's a whole other story. But she calls and goes, hey, he said this, like, to just be honest with me. And she goes, I didn't get any of that information. Like, and just like,
beats me, dog. I don't know.
Cole's not one for bro code.
And then Martin gets pissed because he's over there mowing his lawn. Like,
you don't mow another man's lawn, Cody.
What a nice thing. What a nice
I like to mow my lawn.
You're in there talking to my wife without your shirt on?
And then we get that classic scene where it's like, are you bad man? Are you a good man or something? Like, we need bad men. It's the one from our thing.
Yeah.
Keep him at the door. And then they kind of get a break in the case. Like, that's the whole thing at the end. They find out
they think they got a suspect,
They got a person of interest. They start to break it down and get the call in. And that's the main
And then you get like the creepy shot of this guy just walking around in like a gas mask with a machete.
I mean, I kind of mentioned last week that, like, at least for the first season, True Detective knows how to end episodes. Like, seeing like this giant guy, old style gas mask, walking around with a machete in his underwear. Like, the fuck is happening in this episode? Like, how am I supposed to stop here?
Yeah. You guys, I honestly, I don't have a negative really on. Like, I have negative like stupid characters, but like that's the point of the show. Like, I overall really liked it. I think like it's sick.
I mean, like,
I would have died if he looked at him and he sucked. I lost.
I mean,
close enough.
Yeah. Maybe the negative we have here is I think we got a front runner here for bad guy. Front runner for bad guy of the week. Definitely rare.
I think there's only one other person on another show that might be able to take it from him, but I don't even think it's close.
I stand by the other guy's decision. That's just me. We'll make this very clear what side of the aisle I'm fully on. I was on Walt's side. I'm going to definitely be on this guy's side. I'm an asshole through and through. He gave me some tactics to how to run melee. I'll tell you that. Any next one?
Yeah, I think so. Anyone else got
this one is one of those big ones that people talk about. Won an Emmy, correct? Is that what we're
for like directing, or something?
This one, the directing Emmy, yeah.
I want to pause. This is going to be so awkward to say right now, but I'm going to say it. You know, Chickless won the Emmy for
season 1 of the Shield.
Season 1 of the Shield.
Yeah.
And he was called the night before the Emmys, and it's like, you're not winning. Like, it's one thing to be, because FX had 7 votes at the time.
I just saw that video like before I came on too.
Like, you're great, but you only got 7 votes, and he beat like Martin Sheen, like massive hitters for the first show. That's crazy. But all right, I had to touch on that. Next episode, final episode of True Detective this week.
Yep, episode 4. Who goes there? Marty is faced with marital problems, and the search for Reggie Ledoux leads the detectives to a motorcycle game called the Iron Crusaders, which Cole worked undercover with in the past.
Boom. I feel better if I let Mark just talk about some of the good leading into this one. I feel like I've kind of at least dominated the conversation.
Well, I think we got to start at least in one part, because we were talking about it like a lot.
I think we saved that. I think we saved that last scene for the last bit of this. We talk about. Let's talk about the marital problems.
Let's talk about the infidel. Or no, with the court scene where like he's like giving his court, and then like Daddario like causes a scene like, you gotta respect me. Like, this is respect. He put fat dip in just asking for it basically.
My jaw hit the floor. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You broke into her house. You violated this man in there, and then you try to go nonchalant with her and be like, what?
Oh, it's over.
Have a good life. Enjoy it. I understand. We're fine. No, you're going to respect me. This is respect. You're making a scene. You need to calm down. Okay. You don't just walk around and act like that. You don't get to act this way.
Yeah.
And then he thinks it's just going to be 5.
Oh, she knows that he's just like 4 or 5 beers away from pounding on her door again. So she needs to be proactive.
I mean, what an awful way too. He's like he was coming back from like trying to get some information at a strip club, and then he comes back and finds some suitcases down there going like
oh, are we going somewhere?
And he reads that note and he starts flipping out. He calls the one guy. It's like, is she there? It's none of your fucking business. I think it is my fucking business. Blah blah blah. And then let me talk to her. No.
he goes to the '90s version of the Crash Out where he's like, "Fuck, what are their phone numbers? Where's shit?"
And then he calls her and he goes, "You don't get to act this way. You don't get to be this person. You don't think I would call her?" Like, and just full on Crash Out, full on just screaming at him. And she's like, and then again, second use, I'm gonna skull fuck you. The people that want to skull fuck in this show, but he's ended that. You whiskey dick calls him the gay slur, just hits him everywhere that he needs to. Is like, good life, whatever. And then he ends the call with her, and he's melted down.
Okay, that one's done. Now I'll go back to the wife. So he goes to see her at the hospital and just causes such a scene at the hospital.
I'm talking to your wife. We're having a private matter. It seems pretty public to me.
I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
Are you here to ask me, sir?
Are you on, please? Is this what you're in for? And then, what's Matthew McConaughey's character name?
Cole or Rust, yeah.
Cole shows up, and Cole's like, "Hey, let me just tell you what's like. You need to figure this out." Like, and then he's like, "This is your fault too." Oh, fuck you! You've been around all these things, and you couldn't notice crazy pussy before.
It's
like, what?
Fault but Marty's.
Cole's like, "This is only to do with you. I noticed the first time I saw her walk in, she was crazy, and you just continued to dive in."
I mean, like that conversation is so amazing because like Marty is just looking for a friend, and he's just going, "Listen, man, it's none of my fucking business, okay? This is your problem. You deal with it.
If you want to push me, I'm going to call you a dumbass."
But yeah, he's been there, and he's like, "I just want her back. I messed up. I don't need this. I don't need to know any of this." And he's like, "It's your fault." "Oh yeah, it's my fault. All right, let me tell you."
He is a good partner though. He lets Marty stay at his apartment with no furniture and the little tiny eye mirror.
Are you supposed to see both eyes?
Absolute crazy. Love that. Like, this is just a fraction of what it is. Like, because they at the beginning of the episode they meet with that guy in the cell, right? So if you guys done with the marriage, we can revert back to the
yeah, I think we got through that.
Yeah. Oh, we got
through the hilarious part.
The infidelity scene overall, that whole thing is some of the most must-watch television I've watched in a really long time. His full-on Crash Out was this next level. And then, but he meets with the guy. I think it was the wife, the husband of
the ex-husband. Yeah, he meets
the ex-husband.
Technically,
and then he mentions the name. He's like, "He killed. We were exchanging talks. We were having this blah blah. He did that." And there's just like this whole rage that filled it. And they start to try to put the pieces together.
Yeah,
I mean that. Like the lead up to, it's this biker gang. I thought, especially how they incorporate it from like the 2012 stuff to where we're getting into the unofficial account where like Marty was like, "Oh yeah, I think Russ had to go away for a bit," and then Russ is like, "Oh, I don't like," even though he's been giving them like details, like deep details on the case, and then he gets to. Yeah, I think I left to go see my dad. I don't really remember what it was about. He had cancer or something. I don't know. Like, yeah, it was in the middle of this big break in the case. Whatever.
It's my dad. I had to go. But yeah, because Marty, I think it's the name of the biker gang from like the strip club or whatever. Then as soon as Cole hears is like Iron Crusaders, are you sure that was the name, right? He's like, and then we see him just digging into his
John
box.
Wick moment where he opens up his footlocker with AK and this old biker jacket.
We get to see a taste of what his undercover life was like for all those years. He was undercover through the various things. And it is not pretty.
Yeah, he rolls back the clock and
And I,
sets
I
up a
love the
whole.
scene where he has to go and steal the cocaine from the evidence locker. He's like, "Hey, you got the key for the evidence locker?" Just swaps it with a bag of flour.
I mean, the next guy in there goes to steal.
We've seen this
cocaine,
before.
gonna be really disappointed.
We've seen heroin before. Now we've seen cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so then he joined like that whole gang, getting back with the gang and like riding a bike again with them and trying to like set up shop and convince
Yeah,
them to
they thought he was dead, and now he's playing it off like he's been down in Mexico working for like the cartels this whole time. So
He's like, no, I want to get up with your boss. He's like, I don't think you want to get up with the boss. Like, I don't know. I think the boss would probably really like to see this guy.
yeah. But if you guys want to break down the ending of this, because I'm assuming that's your favorite part of this.
I mean, it's a scene I rewatch a ton of times. It's such a perfect scene. It is one of those times where this is what they mean, where TV is finally caught up to movies, and TV can just be this. It kind of be like this cinematic moment where we just get that one shot of like McConaughey just going through the house, getting the kid in the tub, and then him just having like the mini freak out of like, we're about to fucking die because they're dressed up as cops trying to rob this drug hangout, and he's like, okay, they're definitely onto us, they're definitely coming, and he's like, eventually he just gets fed up with it. He's like, fuck this, I'm just gonna take the guy out.
and also he's been doing cocaine all night long.
Fully raging.
At least cocaine. We don't know what else he's been doing.
I mean, they probably
he put that jacket on. He put that jacket back on, and he's like,
It's just some of the eye acting with McConaughey in that whole sequence is just crazy. But yeah, it's pretty much as soon as they leave out the car to when at the end of the episode when he gets back in the car, that's all one 6-minute long take, and it's probably one of the best long takes I've ever seen.
I will also say this: for a while, like I would when I lived down in College Station, like me and my brother do a decent amount of work over in Houston, like Beaumont, and it would bring us to some of these like seedy neighborhoods. They definitely get the kind of seedy side of Beaumont that once the sun goes down, I don't think I want to be around here anymore. Like some shit's gonna go down here. I feel like any moment now, like just this place is gonna be like afternoon Baghdad.
Yeah, basically ends where they take the guy in, right? They get the
one biker guy.
Yeah, so
because he knows where the cook is, and the cook is the Reggie Ledoux guy who is their suspect. So he's supposed to be able to lead them to him.
And he's never going to be allowed in that biker gang again. I mean, that was the last time he can put that on.
Well, I mean, he just lost like half of his brother. I think he lost about 3 or 4 of the other main members of the gang.
Yeah, they gone.
I mean, I would go in there. Then we see that we see like all those guys tooling up, like as they're just running by. The girl hey, these guys are over here.
The camera work on that scene is just like it's so.
And it gives you a chance to see some like the behind the scenes stuff, how they did some like the stuff like when they go up over the fence, they couldn't like cut the fence or anything, so the camera guy got like on a lift that lifted him up and over the fence and put him down on the other side to keep following the guys. And you got all the extras and stuff doing stuff. It's definitely one of the best winter shots that I've definitely seen. It's just so much going on. It just has to be timed just perfectly.
I get why it won the Emmy. For sure, Emmy for sure. That's no question.
The one thing I am wondering is at the very end when like Marty finds him in that car and like he makes like the hard stop, they give him in the back. I see him speeding past a stop sign where a cop is also driving by. I'm assuming the cop is like, I maybe I just won't.
Well, the cop's already on the call to go deal with that mini riot that's starting, so he might let the guy slide running a stop sign.
There are assault rifles being fired a couple blocks away. I mean, this guy running the stop sign maybe isn't the biggest forever.
I mean, it's really an example too of like in Suicide Squad where they're like, no one likes to show off, and then Peacemaker's like, unless what they're showing off is fucking awesome, which is pretty much the last 6 minutes of this episode.
Absolutely. Anything bad from the episode you want to talk about?
It ended, and we got to wait till next week to watch the next episode.
Yeah.
I think it was fine. I think it could be better. But
knows how to end a fucking episode. They know how to end a fucking episode of what they know how to do.
That's fair.
All right, now we get to the show that Cody's been waiting to talk about.
Okay, let's go, baby. White collar Game of Thrones. Fucking, yeah. With more idiots, let's be fair. There's some real dumb fucks in this. But yeah.
All right, so we're going to do Succession episode 4, Sad Sack Wasp Trap. The family attends an annual company gala overseen by Connor and highlighted by a surprise announcement.
Yeah, like fucking daddy's home, motherfucker.
He recovered pretty quick.
No, he didn't recover. He is pushing through because he doesn't fucking like his son. That's clear. But like his overall, like the overall scene where he shows up, he's doing like physical therapy, and you think he's got like a lot of work, and his wife's like, "Hey, you know, if you get I might want to take somebody else with me if you don't go like this." And then they show up and they're like, "All right, so this is what we do." And it's like, "Oh, by the way, you have a meeting with your father. He's in the room." And it's like, fuck, what do you mean he's here? Like, so the whole contemplating of him being back. Again, I think
why
the
does my
family
office smell like piss?
Oh yeah, fucking fire.
Logan marking his territory.
Fucking comes back and says, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom," and goes right into his son's office, pisses, and then sends him back in there to find something. He's like, "Who was in here?" "Oh, your father was." "He pissed on my floor? Are you sure it was your father?" Who else could it The family unit in this show works so fucking well, like swimmingly well. They're like, they do such a good job of the cast of characters of the kids are just completely just like self-righteous, like fuckwads that just like it gives a justification why he doesn't want to give it over to them. He doesn't fully trust them. They haven't really earned any of the thing that he's done, even if he's put it into a horrible situation. But that's his decision to make, like overall. Like so I think that's really good. I can talk for hours, so somebody else can talk. I can
I mean, some of the stuff I really loved in this episode is anytime you have Tom and Greg together in a scene, is just those guys are perfect together. They really complement each other, and it gets crazy. And I love that Tom finally got like a big promotion in the company, and then like it's a happy day as soon as he gets the promotion. There's like there's some skeletons in the closet that you're gonna have to deal with now that you have this position. There's a whole bunch of shady shit that you might have to kind of cover up a little bit.
There's some things that you're definitely going to need help dealing with. But once you tell them about it, they're also kind of fucked about it. So, you know, maybe it's best you deal with it on your own.
He tries to tell Kendall, and Kendall's like, you know, my dad's favorite guys were the guys that would just eat the shit and not tell him about it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know, on this cruise ship, like all the stuff that happened, all the raves and like, oh, yeah, like, and it's coming close to it. And he's like trying to talk to his fiance, and she's just not having it. So, oh yeah, sure, whatever the fuck you mean. Like they're just not taking how serious the iceberg he thinks it is. Which I think is hilarious.
Their relationship is so funny just because like she acts like she does love him, and I do believe it at times, though she just does not respect him. Like at every single turn, like could give a fuck about any of his personal problems. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got this thing to deal. You're good to deal with. He was like, oh, you sure should. I got it.
Yeah, no problem. We have the entire story of Shiv having her Senate candidate, whatever, the husband tweeting out, like sending a text of her asshole, and like them running it, and like him having to like deal with the whole thing. It's like you gotta, and she's like, and they run the TV studio, so he's trying to put it out. He's like, I think your father has a say in what gets ran. It's like, I've only let one strategist in this place, and that'd be you. So I do know the line. Let's move on. But that's whole back and forth. Overall, Ruben, not Ruben. What is it?
Roman.
Roman. Roman's a daddy's boy. Like he's a little wimp child. Like he doesn't like he's just a kid that just doesn't know how to act at all. Like it's so weird.
Well,
Like
I mean, Logan's probably a pretty intimidating dad to grow up with.
that's also fair. That's also fair. But I see how he like talks in other episodes. But he's what's the main
Kendall.
the main Kendall, yeah, Kendall's like planning a speech for this event that's coming
Mhm.
up, and fucking he gets headway. His dad gets headway. He's like,
Mhm.
he's not giving the speech. I am, and like says it like emphatically because they release an article, and he's like, find out who searched it, or find somebody else that pays you $1 million a year. Like just basically just tells her what to do. I'm sorry, but Logan Roy is like one of the all-time just fucking characters. I'm in love. Like this motherfucker is awesome. Like he's just headhunting. They're all trying to figure out how to get. Kendall's always trying to like scheme in the background, which I love, like the back and forth, and like he's just not letting him have it at all. Like he does not
Mhm.
like Logan would rather die than let Kendall do shit. Like I don't know what happened. I hope they never explain. I hope it just stays in this tension forever.
I mean, Kendall was in charge for like a couple of weeks, and he already made some major screw ups. So, I mean, I get
Yeah.
Logan's point of view.
Well, and they're also like tacking things up against him. Like he had that coffee moment that he poured a bunch of coffee and didn't realize like what was happening.
Yeah.
The what else happens? Yeah, he does do the big announcement at the end where he's basically like, I'm here, I'm back, I'm not leaving.
Mhm.
And then his dad was like, or his Kendall was like, thanks a lot, Dad. Like, why'd you do that? Blah blah blah. And it's just like, fuck off. And then he almost faints and passes out. Also, his other son is like he wants to be in charge of more of the thing, and they're having like apparently a rough night. So,
Oh yeah,
and he fires the whole
I'm
wait
sorry
staff.
about the butter, guys. I apologize about the butter.
He fires everybody. And Logan's like, let's see how it goes. We'll see how it goes tonight. And it's horrible. Like things are going. He's like, you're all fucking fired. He's like, listen, I think you're all doing a great job. Complacency. You're fired too. Like, all losing it. But yeah, I think it's a good episode overall to get me back into it.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I don't think I had anything negative about it. I like that they revealed
Roman
that
and his
Greg kind of
wife.
ratted out, Tom.
Roman and his wife have that weird, like the waiter comes up to him and
Well,
goes, "Do you want to
not
know?"
wife, yeah, just
Whatever.
yeah, girl.
Woman that has been with him for a
Well,
while.
when he was uncomfortable with being in the bathroom alone.
Yeah, we have 5 bathrooms. Why are you here? No offense, I'm also married. When we have, why are you at like? I need my alone. Get the fuck away from me. So I kind of resembled that at times. Like, why do you pick here? Like right now? Like, could you have waited 2 minutes? But yeah, I think it's a good episode. Mark, you got anything? Any detractors?
Not really. They kind of brought it up. I mean, For me, I think the show is still kind of building up. I think this week, I think we eventually get there. At least for me. Like we definitely get there. Like I because at least for me, like I feel like I'm still kind of getting used to these characters. I'm still kind of getting used to the world. It's just, I mean, I think it is. I mean, I'm because I feel like for the most part, I'm just sitting here just annoyed with everybody. It's like I do like Logan. How at the same time, it's like I don't know why you're so angry at Kendall. You literally set up a situation to where if you were to keel over, the company would just be gone. Like you did that. Like and Kendall had to figure out a way how to deal with it without you. Like I don't know why you're so angry at him.
I mean, that might be what Logan wants. He might just be like, "Hey, without me, there is no company."
Which is fucking psycho. I mean, it makes sense, at least for these billionaire types, especially like guys like Bill Gates, who's like, "No, I'm not leaving my kids fucking anything. I made this massive fortune, but I'll give them like 10 grand. That'll be enough. That'll pay their bills for like a week."
I agree with you. I don't know. I just kind of like the world. Like, I'm okay with where we're at. Like, I don't need anything more or less. Like, I don't know. It just works.
I think for me, at least for these last couple episodes, I was waiting for like a true angle or story to develop, and we got there. We definitely got there. We definitely had to get through. For at least me, I feel like I had to get through at least some stuff before we got there.
Samuel, for me, I've seen the whole show, so I'm using my knowledge of the characters throughout, and that kind of helps me with the relationships and stuff on a lot of them too. So yeah.
I think this is going to similar to me with Mad Men for me is like I don't need like a huge arc. I need the family fighting. That's all I need. Like I need the inner works to make it work for me. And I think everybody's the only problems I have right now is Mad Men had strong actors to carry it. I don't trust all the actors at this point in their roles currently. There are more weak holes. Like there are more Pete's in this group. There was one Pete last time. You know what I mean? So like I'm sitting there like this and like it gets so good in the next episode, like with Tom and like Greg. Like Tom might be like one of the most like I don't know, funny characters for me. He's so
he's a sneaky funny character.
You want to go to the next one? Or you got to say something else more. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh no, we're good. I mean, you mentioned the family thing. It's a good thing. This next one, Thanksgiving episode, ultimate family.
What a perfect thing for it.
Let's go to the market. So episode 5, I went to market. Kendall begins to plot a vote of no confidence against Logan. Tom questions his prenup, and Greg gets a special assignment.
Greg, we meet the grandpa, right? Is this the first time we get to meet him, right?
Ewan, yeah.
Yeah, we meet the grandpa, and he's instructed to drive his grandpa from Canada to 12 hours, no radio, no talking.
And
I don't know if you met Greg for 4 episodes. Seems an impossible task.
Well, he did say he eventually found a financial podcast that his grandpa enjoyed yelling at. So
yes, and then he gets a phone call from Tom, and Tom's like, "Hey, you little cocksucker! Like, where you at? Where are you here? I'm busy. You're busy? Yeah. What's your ETA? 12 hours? 12 hours? Yeah. Like, listen. I don't give a fuck about your grandpa or whatever he says. It's like,
Tom, you're on speakerphone.
I'm not. I'm going to be very nice on the phone. But
I shouldn't be.
But I shouldn't be. If I was not on speakerphone, I went. Does that make sense? And he gets on the phone and goes, "Oh, we say that stuff all the time. I call him cocky too. Like, too. Like we back and forth." But yeah, I think one of the main things is like Kendall is putting a case together for finding votes for the no confidence because his health is really truly not there.
Yeah.
Like, there are moments in this. Like, Thanksgiving gets pretty rough with the group, I would say. Him and his brother do not see eye to eye. They fight a lot. Yeah, I think overall, I think it's a really good. Yeah, but Shiv and her prenup, I think it's really funny too. And he's like, "Here's a prenup." She's like, "Oh, I signed it. Already signed it." He's like, "No, you probably need to look over it." "No, I'm going to sign it because, just so you know, mentally signed, already done." Like,
It's like, I happen to notice there's no infidelity clause in this prenup.
And my lawyer looked over this. Oh, you mean your mom? Yeah. My lawyer wanted to point this. Oh, you mean your mom?
yeah, and she says it's crazy. She's- okay, well, we can talk about different things. We can move things around. It's like he could have just signed it. Yeah, but he's like basically talking to people to see if he can get enough votes. And there's a big moment. I would say one of the bigger moments is where they're at the Thanksgiving and they're playing this can game. And well, it starts with Logan just not being okay with Kendall's son at all. Like,
Well, it's because
stay
they show up late and the kid doesn't want to come to the dinner. He's, I guess, a little shy or maybe a little antisocial. So he's
Yeah.
off in his own little world doing his thing.
And any person
I
over
get
the
it.
age of 70, anybody over the age of 70 doesn't understand the kids are
Yeah.
not like kids are complex. Like, get your ass in here.
I think even that kid knows at a young age. Yeah, that table is full of sociopaths. Like I don't want to be around them.
Smart kid.
Yeah. But yeah, so then they're fighting. Kendall and his ex-wife are like struggling with him. Is like, I'll probably lose this battle too. Tells him to get his ass in there. It's like, oh, fine, whatever. And then they go play this can game, which is a memory game, basically, where they have to pass the can and add things to it. And it gets
Which who
to
had the idea to play that game with Logan in his state right now?
probably Kendall. But Logan takes the can, doesn't remember kid that he's been yelling at, goes, "You lose," gives the can, and then he ends up punching him in the face with the can. And he's like, "Oh, it's just a flinch reaction. Your kid's got a fucking wall on his face."
A kid got hit with a fist with a can.
And the big moment happens where his like advisor, like the girl that I don't know her name, but like she runs like the senior management, like the part of the business, and she's like, "I've seen enough. Like, I
Yeah.
will back
Jerry,
you if you want to go with this." And like that's one of the main crux points of the whole story is like, okay, now Kendall thought about this idea. Now it looks like votes are lining up where he can get this done.
Mhm.
What other some good parts that you guys liked or bad parts of this? We can go all over the place.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I would really like to talk about Cousin Greg's
Yeah.
Watergate. I mean, we'll just get to that. Or like
Yeah, so pretty
Cousin
much
Greg.
as
I
soon
mean,
as he gets back, yeah.
he's not sure whether or not he has to leave his ID with the guy. He's calling his boss. He's like, what? Like, I feel like a little uneasy about this. I'm not sure if I should be here.
Everyone has.
I love it.
Everyone has. He's grown on me this last food. Everybody has jobs. Like everybody has jobs. Yeah, some people have jobs to put a bolt like a cow's head, but I just don't want that job. I don't want that job on Thanksgiving. I don't want that job on Thanksgiving. Like,
then he has to go sign in. The thing is like, so what do you do with that? Is that like go anywhere? Does anybody see that?
and then they show up and take it and go, "So shouldn't be talking. Like, no, you're like."
But I will say, for Cousin Greg, he did have the forethought to kind of save some of those files for himself, just in case. You never know. Give yourself a little insurance.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he did. He took some backup plans.
He has taken steps in this because we didn't really talk about him informing to Jerry about the whole like thing, because he did that last episode. Even though like we ended off episode 3 with him seeing like that media guy and Kendall's buddy talking, and I'm just thinking that is the worst possible guy to catch these guys talking. Like, he's not going to know who the fuck these people are. He's going to definitely tell them it's way too late.
100%.
Like,
Well, and Kindle also meets with what's the guy's Frank,
Yeah.
because he's now on board. Well, Frank was going to be very easy to get on board when he got fired the first time from Logan. He's like, I got a better option without this. But what else was there? I do love to go through the war medals with the thing. It was like, oh yeah, he entered. He entered the grandfather entered the military because he was after a slut. It's like, oh, did you see battle? I collect these to honor him. Oh, I'm sure you do. They just have like this stiff war that just goes back and forth. Did you ever shoot a weapon? I don't think so. Like, they're at each other's throats. Which
I do love that relationship to Logan and his brother, because he like respects his brother enough that he'll actually take a little shit from him, whereas anyone else would have said that stuff to him, he would have gone off on him just like out of craziness. But this guy grew up with him, so he knows what Logan's really like and everything. So they have a good relationship. I like seeing a little bit of that.
Yeah. The moment my jaw hit the floor, like the scene didn't add up to a lot at this moment, but when Kendall brother leaves and Kendall approaches and is like, we want to vote for a no confidence and blah blah. He's like, it's like the easy way out. Like, all this stuff is like, you guys don't understand. Like, you can almost hear him like taking his brother's side, like in this situation. Is like,
he's my brother.
he's like, you guys are all snakes and like villains. It's like, it doesn't matter. And then when they get out of the elevator and he's standing there, I was like, fuck, Logan's about to beat Kendall's ass right in this thing. He's like, I just want us to do the best for what's best for the family. And then you see him and he's like, and Kendall looks like he saw a fucking ghost. Like, it's like, yeah. Like, yeah, we're just talking, like, okay, good. And then, it's basically, he's going to lead the charge next episode. He's going to lead the charge of no confidence and see how it goes. With his dad knowing really nothing at this point. He doesn't know it's coming. So,
I mean, I'm sure it's going to go good. Kendall seems to be really good with all this stuff so far.
Yeah.
So
nothing.
Yeah.
No. Personally, I don't know what could go wrong.
I think small things important. Halfway good, halfway bad. Almost considered bringing up Roman bad guy of the week again when he got annoyed at the kids for liking the kids movie. Like,
oh yeah.
Dude, Roman.
Well, I mean, even the little lady said, like, it's not that bad.
Oh, and they went around the room and said what they're thankful for, and Roland's girlfriend's like, always being understanding, not condescending, always faithful, everything like that. And then the other son was like, we've decided to take our relationship to the next level. We're courting, or whatever the word was they used. And
is it this episode that they reveal that she's like a call girl, kind of?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but she was young. Like, she's young, and they all give him crap, and then they use this phrase to think, and then Tom like corners her and she goes, "Oh, so what does that mean? Do we celebrate? Blah blah." At least I'm only getting fucked by one member of the family, and this I was just like, it's so bad. I think we can go to the next one now. You guys ready?
Yeah. That's what's up.
I'm gonna talk for a while.
Episode 6. Which side are you on? Roman and Kendall attempt to sway the board while Shiv explores her options in DC. And that pretty much tells you right there the stuff I love about this episode and the stuff I did not like about this episode, all in one sentence.
That is also very fair. I think the main thing that we kind of missed on the first episode we talked about tonight, Logan's big thing is he is trying to buy local TV, like some syndicated things, and Roman and them are like, what the fuck are you doing? No one does this.
No one watches local TV.
He's like, what if all the news goes through us? That's not how this works, Dad. Like, you can't just be the only news source. Like, there will always be competition. So that's the whole crux. mainly you can break down this episode where Kendall's going around to all the major people and trying to sway them to go to his side. He sits down with the one of the main guys that he sold a part of the company to, and he's like, "Listen, I'm going with whoever wins, like on the situation." Like he makes it pretty clear because he knows going into it, he's got Frank, he's got the girl. He think at this moment he has her. He has Roman. But he's trying. They're mapping out everything and going through every scenario of the yes and no votes and who not to who to make sure doesn't attend and is not there. Like they're trying to do everything they possibly can, which I think is really funny. But yeah, if we want to talk about the first thing first, Shiv and her going to DC and
she talks with that guy,
kind of testing out her options before she goes through with the prenup, and it just fuck you energy this entire thing is we can't work together because we had a really hard time not fucking each other and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool, buddy. I don't know, I don't care. Oh, you're dating this guy Tom, like he's that big and whatever. And they're trying to run down political candidates and they're sitting on the couch legs across
they're practically each other's laps.
basically fornicating right on the spot. And then he does, he goes, we can go in the room then and just masturbate. I was like, what is this scene? I hate everything that's happening. And then he's like, or we can just do it one time sake, just stick it in. Just stick it in. Got it. Man, he knows how to set the fucking mood. They end up not sleeping together. She's like, look, we didn't do anything together. They'll write books about us. That's great. But nothing gets really solved. I think she stays strong. I think she's still with Tom at that point.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Horrible side plot. One of the best moments in this part is on the way to get the votes. He gets a call from Lola, one of the ladies, doesn't matter.
Lorena,
and
or something.
she's like, I will be dialing in. And he's like, no, can I at least meet with you? Can I talk to you? Can I
because he was prepping so much that he called her daughter the night before to be like, oh yeah, it's just a regular meeting. So she doesn't need to be involved in that. If he would have not made that phone call, she probably wouldn't have even called in because she's practically in the sick bed, the whole thing. But
and he ended up
does too much.
He ended up needing her vote at the end of the day, though.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't wrong in calling her.
Well, yeah, well, no, but he wasn't. She wasn't going to be there. But
yeah, she wouldn't have been there. There wouldn't have been.
She wouldn't have been that vote at all. She wouldn't have
Yeah.
been there. He didn't know about the meeting until he called and talked about the meeting, and now she found out about the meeting. So So he had to hop in a helicopter, go out and hang out with her, do all this stuff. And then he goes and talks to her, and then a terrorist event happens.
Yeah, they said there's some terror threats or something, so we can't go in the airspace.
I think that may have been some
after we had Logan talking to the White House earlier in the episode.
There's a little bit of fuckery.
I think the President of Logan made that shit happen. Can you track helicopters at all? I'm just curious. I think you might be able to. And then she goes and visits. He can't get there. And there's traffic. They can't fly. He's like, I'll pay whatever. That's not how this works. It's they'll shoot us down, but not
first,
really.
I'll lose my license. I'll take care of it.
when he says that line, he's like, they'll shoot us down. But not really, right? I'm not running. Sorry, so there's nothing to do. So he ends up running. They're all waiting for him because this is the whole supposed to be a vote. Frank is trying to delay the meeting, roll call.
And they pretty much said once they start the vote, Logan's supposed to leave the room, and Logan's like,
yeah, Logan is
I can't get up. Just do it. It's fine.
He's like, do the roll call. Roll call? We don't do the fucking roll call. He's like, oh,
why are you stalling?
And then he calls. He's like, okay, well, I have it. I'll do a vote of no confidence. Now that the vote of no confidence, you need to excuse yourself. You need to leave the room. Fuck off. I'm not going shit fucking anywhere. I have a health emergency. I can't move. Move on.
You have
Let's
to
go
vote
through
me
your
out to my
votes.
face.
Yeah, vote people out. And it's like, and it goes through, and Frank joins Kendall pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's a
Another
tie.
girl in the room votes.
Yeah.
The girl over the phone votes. That's the 4,
Mhm.
and then uh 2 of the guys just sit there and no votes.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
the girl goes.
the two new guys who like they
Stewie,
thought they
the
had.
guy who at the beginning Kendall asked, like, I can trust you, right? And he's like, no.
Yeah, the 2 investors, the one he bought for a lot, and the other shareholder, they're like, I'm abstaining. I'm not doing this. The girl, once she realizes the votes are truly not there,
Mhm.
I don't believe it's fair for me to vote in this situation, so I'm gonna abstain. Like I'm gonna think he's trying to get up the elevator. He's like trying to call his calls breaking down. Fuck off! Like Logan's like, he hung up. He's gone. Don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden you get
Roman
Roman wants to
is the deciding
raise.
vote.
He's like, oh no! He wants to raise his hand. He goes, "You better be smelling your fucking armpit." And you're not even supposed to be here, blah blah blah. And he's like, "Fuck off, Frank." And then he ends up giving, I abstain, and he says no vote, so he loses. Like Kendall's motion moves. Kendall walks to the ring and goes, that was your best shot. That was it. You did what you had to. Well, guess what? You're fired, Frank. You're fired. You're fired. I'll give a care package to Lua. I love when she was on the phone. He's like, "I'm voting for. I vote with Kendall," and he's like, "Thanks a lot for nothing." And clicks and hangs up on her. Like, and Frank's like, "I think news will be like, I don't know how legal. Like, he lost. Well, that was your one shot. You lost. Get the fuck out of here, Frank." And basically escorts them out of the building. They all took a shot at Logan and fucking missed. And it's just like this brutal, like tense scene, like where are the votes gonna lie? And the fucking still sits there and he's like, still my company. I'm control. And then he's like, Frank's like, do you really want to fire the board when the stock market's like where it is? Bye, Frank. Take it like a man. Leave. You're gone. And ends up firing him. And he's like, no exit package, nothing. Like, get out of here. Like, and Kendall like tries to go to his office, and he doesn't.
Security's like, no, we gotta go.
Why do
He
they want to go
also-
to offices like this?
He also in that episode gets called by his father to come visit him, and like has a sandwich, and like has this, and
Oh
basically
yeah, they're supposed to have a
just-
nice dinner, and then he's sitting there with some fast food when he gets there.
yeah, and basically just stabs him, and he doesn't know it's coming. Like, but I think he does know it's coming. That's the thing is what I think. I think the biggest vote too is his brother votes with him,
Yeah.
with Logan. Like he's like, no, I vote with Logan
Yeah.
because they thought he was not going to. Because Tom finds from Greg over dinner, like he's like, I'm supposed to vote in this thing. He's like, what? What do you mean? He's like, by the end of this, I'll be the third most powerful person in the thing. Like we're rich again, buddy. And then they try to get the votes out. And yeah, he ends up losing. And I think Brian Cox's like performance is so good in this.
Oh yeah.
He gets escorted out by security too. It's just like so funny. Oh, and then shit was like he fired half the fucking board. Like, what is happening? Like, what are we doing? And then the other thing was he gets on the phone with the president at the end. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we had a terrorist threat. Oh yeah, I had to deal with some of the terrorists myself."
Well, after he makes the president sit on hold for a minute.
Yeah, because he fucking can. The balls on that man. But yeah, I just think it's an outstanding fucking episode.
Oh yeah, definitely the best episode so far. Yeah.
One negative was the Shiv, like,
Yeah.
like, I guess we had to find something for her to do this episode. I don't know, but like,
Mhm.
could just done Tom and Greg.
It feels like we're killing time with Shiv until she eventually joins this business. Like
Yeah, do something. I think.
I mean, like I'm kind of, even though feels very Cersei in this part of Game of Thrones. She feels like very like almost like a Tyrion in this, where we're finding reasons for her not to be involved until she is involved.
I was gonna say we're not gonna say that Tom is Jamie Lannister, are we?
No, but
I did like that she gave him a black eye. I guess when they were having sex or something.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, sex with my sister, cool. Like things get a little freaky. Like, she punched you.
Do you need help, Tom?
You want to call somebody? Yeah, but I thought it was overall like a really cool scene.
Solid stuff.
I'm very curious where this goes. It has season finale energy in the middle of the season. Like I'm very interested to see where these last 4 episodes go, especially with where everybody is at. Every character we have is like in such a unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
You got Roman just still sticking around, however long that's gonna fucking last. That may not even last that long. I think Logan's able to sniff out that he was on board, and then we got the 2 new guys who definitely were just looking for the opportunity to get Kendall out of the room, which very curious what those 2 guys' end game is after this goes down.
I mean, I'm interested in the family dynamics that are not in play right now, where they end up, and if they join a side. I think it'll be interesting. Okay.
Cool.
You guys want to go bad guy of the week?
Yeah, we could do that. I think this should be a pretty easy one.
Yeah, I would say. Well,
how much are we gonna throw around Logan in here, or are we just gonna go Marty?
No.
I mean, I think you can at least bring Logan up because he like punched his grandson. But
grandson crossed the line. Like, let's be real. Like, grandpa just got out of the hospital. Don't call him a loser. In front of
he won though. He lost.
Who plays a brain teaser with the fucking guy that just had a? That's fucked up. I'd punch somebody too.
I mean, it was probably his idea. Like, he's probably like, "Whoa, we could still play this game. Like, I'm still."
Yeah, I'm fine.
And do you think Logan wants to sit in a fucking chair and play with any of these fuckers? You're wrong.
All right, so if it's not going to be him, then I don't know who else could it be?
Jesus.
The baby Jesus?
It's Woody
Yeah,
Harrelson.
it's Marty.
Marty.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, Marty's so dumb. Like, Marty is one of those fucking idiots that, like, literally doesn't understand, like, I'm gonna end my life right now. Marty is
see how fast it can turn, folks.
We're up 11-3, and this motherfucker just gave up a grand slam. We're up 11-7, but this is gonna end my life.
What inning is it in?
We got one out to get, but
okay.
It's crazy. But yeah, you cannot have lobster on one plate, steak on the other, and just like fucking pick, bitch. Like, I don't know what the fuck you need to do.
I just gotta gaslight this steak.
You got two lobster in line. You got 2 fucking reverse seared fat ass ribeyes on both plates.
That's surf and turf, Cody.
He's like, I got a 2-for-1 coupon right here. It's supposed to work for a week.
Even if you choose one or the other, I support it. Just do it. But my God, like, and the funny thing is, she was going to let you off scot-free. She wasn't going to say anything to you. You broke into her house and asked if he got his dick sucked. Like, that was crucial information. What? I don't know. Yeah, Marty, is it? Do you have anybody else, Mark, or are you going with that?
Oh, no. Mark.
All right. Well, that is the show for this week. We will be back next week. I'm going to end it all.
So next week, we got 4 Successions, 2 Leftovers, and 2 True Detectives.
Oh, yes. Sign me up, baby.
We're going to get the season finale of Succession Season 1. going next
Oh.
week. Yep, we're already there.
On.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah, these
fucking
10
go.
episode seasons.
Let's go. Again, we've already picked what we're doing for next season. I've just got news from Mark. We have been greenlit, so we will be doing another season. So that's great. So yeah, we'll be back next week with another episode. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Be well.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.